Marco! Marco! Frankie! Mark! They've got my son! My son's been kidnapped.
Wait with me here, ma'am.
That's what all these people think. They waited. Found you, you son of a...
Welcome back. Today, I'm happy to tell you about Karla Dyson, a diligent waitress who lives a simple life as a single mother. Karla's whole existence revolves on her 6-year-old son, Frankie, who means everything to her. Despite the difficulties of being a single parent, she tries everything she can to care for him and establish a secure home. Karla plans to surprise Frankie with a trip to a neighboring amusement park, a place full of laughter, excitement, and adventure. Frankie, with his limitless energy and excitement, is anxious to try all of the rides and attractions. The two of them are having a fantastic time as they explore the park together. While they're watching a live show, Karla's phone suddenly rings. She takes a little break to take a phone call, but when she returns to where Frankie had been seated, her heart stops. He is no longer present. Karla quickly becomes panicked as she surveys the throng in search of him. She begins yelling his name, anxiously repeating their secret code word, Marco, hoping Frankie will reply. The amusement park is packed, and despite her urgent pleadings, no one around her appears to have seen anything. Karla continues her search in despair, and she discovers something chilling. Frankie's toy audio recorder, abandoned on a nearby seat. With trembling hands, she presses play. Her worst fears are confirmed when she hears the sounds of a struggle. Frankie being grabbed by a woman who forces him into an unmarked car. Karla's mind races, her maternal instincts kicking into overdrive. She dashes into the parking lot and finds the automobile driving away. Desperate, she clings to the vehicle's side, attempting to stop it, but her attempts are futile as the driver speeds away, leaving her behind and inadvertently drops her phone on the road. But Karla is not about to give up. She hops into her minivan and begins a dogged pursuit of the kidnappers, motivated by an overpowering love for her son and the tenacity of motherhood. She swerves through traffic, risking everything to keep up with them. She tries to seek assistance from other vehicles along the trip, but her efforts are continuously foiled by the crafty and dangerous captors. They even go so far as to threaten Frankie's life, forcing Karla to take a dangerous detour off the main road. But even with the threats looming over her, nothing can stop Karla from continuing the chase. Her son's life is at jeopardy, and no threat appears too severe to confront. At one point, she attracts the notice of a police officer on a motorbike. Relief sweeps over her for a minute, but just as the officer tries to intercede, the kidnappers slam their car into Karla's van, killing the officer. Karla is scared but undeterred. The chase takes them off the road and into a grassy field, where Karla eventually faces one of the kidnappers, a man who had driven the automobile. She begs the man to tell her where Frankie is, but he remains mute and does not respond to her agonized pleadings. Just when things seem hopeless, a woman named Margot steps out of the car and coldly demands a ransom of $10,000 in exchange for Frankie's safe return. Karla is forced to follow the kidnappers into a dark, narrow tunnel, where Margot suddenly attacks her while she's still driving. Karla fights back in a burst of energy and manages to toss Margot from the car. Margot, on the other hand, is cunning and attempts to dupe Karla by disguising herself with Karla's sweater, making it look that she is the victim. Karla learns, however, that Frankie is not with her, and the hunt continues. The male abductor becomes increasingly frantic and threatens to toss Frankie out of the car if Karla does not back down. Karla loses sight of them for a brief period before noticing a column of smoke in the distance. It takes her to the site of a vehicle accident, where she learns from a passerby that a man and a youngster were seen leaving the wreckage. Refusing to give up, Karla resumes the chase once more, her determination unwavering. She eventually makes it to a police station, hoping to get help and report the kidnapping. While there, she attempts to contact her ex-husband, but something on the wall attracts her attention. A poster of missing children. It hits her hard. Frankie might become one of the missing children if she doesn't act quickly. This terror fuels her resolve, and she decides to take matters into her own hands. Karla drives out from the station, and she observes a familiar sight. Frankie's jacket on a roadside barrier. Her heart skips a beat, yet it renews her hope. Not long later, she notices the kidnappers in a stolen black Volvo and immediately attempts to stop them. A furious vehicle pursuit unfolds, with Karla masterfully handling her van in a desperate effort to stop them. Along the way, she narrowly avoids hitting a pedestrian and even manages to save a woman from being struck by another car. However, Karla's luck runs out when her van finally runs out of gas. In a state of fear, she approaches a passing police officer and asks for help. The officer informs her that the road ahead a dead end, but before they can intervene, the kidnappers forcefully ram into the police vehicle, killing the officer and knocking Karla out. Karla, wounded and injured but resolute, approaches the kidnappers' car after regaining consciousness. She looks inside, but Frankie is not there. Her heart falls when the male abductor appears and attempts to shoot her. Karla somehow avoids the gunfire and, in the ensuing turmoil, manages to pull the kidnapper's car off the road and into a forest. There, the car crashes into a tree, and the kidnapper dies on impact. Before he dies, however, Karla gets a critical piece of information: the address where Frankie is being held. Karla, more determined than ever, rushes to the home. She approaches slowly, her heart pumping in her chest. Inside, she overhears a phone call between Margot and someone else. When the call ends, Margot goes to a nearby shed, and Karla follows in secret. She discovers Frankie, along with another abducted girl. Karla is overcome with relief when she saves the children, but Margot quickly discovers what has occurred and attempts to recapture them. Karla thinks quickly and devises a distraction by utilizing a tiny boat and hiding in the sea. When Margot approaches, Karla drags her into the river and drowns her as a final act of protection. Back at the shed, Karla is confronted by a man who pretends to be a concerned neighbor, but she quickly realizes he's involved in the kidnapping ring. He attempts to use a gun on her, but Karla outwits him, murdering him with a shovel before he can hurt her or the children. Karla eventually saves all three youngsters just as the cops arrive on the scene. Her boldness and fast thinking led to the dismantling of an entire international child trafficking organization, resulting in arrests across the country and even beyond. Karla is praised as a hero by the media, but the actual meaning of this narrative is the unbreakable link between a mother and child. A mother's love is a power unlike any other. It can move mountains, face any danger, and overcome fear. We may never fully comprehend the depth of a mother's love. We should always appreciate it. And while no gift or gesture can ever truly repay what a mother gives to her children, we can strive to make her proud and show her the respect and gratitude she deserves. That concludes my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to support my channel so that I may continue to bring you material like this. Thanks for viewing, and until next time, peace and blessings to everyone.